Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com, the YouTube channel. Testing. Okay, looks like my mic's working. Alright, so time to get ready to go with this draft. And I look quickly and see charcoal burner. Charcoal burner is simply one of the best occupations in the game. Gives you food and wood, which is awesome. Other best cards in this pile, Patron is usually quite good. Crop Rotator can be situationally good. Patron's definitely the second best card. I imagine Crop Rotator and Miser will get taken, in which case my choices will be between Mailmen, Gem Hunter, Wood Gatherers. None of them I'm too stoked about. Okay, looking at the second pile, couple interesting things going on. Vegetable Importer I think is quite a decent card. Makes it very easy for you to max out on vegetable points and get an extra, if you eat one of them, then that's okay. It's to probably max vegetable points in a food. I think Seed Seller is okay. Hill Cultivator. So I actually think I'm actually very much considering Hill Cultivator just because it's going to give me clay whenever I take grain, and I can use that clay to build fireplaces and cooking hearths and ovens, which are good for my charcoal burner. So Seed Seller, Hill Cultivator, Vegetable Importer. I'm thinking between one of those three. Will one of them come back? If I take Vegetable Importer, will I get Hill Cultivator or Seed Seller? Maybe. I might. Although the other cards are not particularly strong. Brushwood will get taken. Animal Handler maybe. Businessman maybe. Probably these are the three strongest cards. So if I get more take one grain combo, I'm going to want Hill Cultivator. Otherwise, I probably want to take Seed Seller. Or Vegetable Importer. I actually quite like Vegetable Importer. I think it's cool. I'm going to go with Seed Seller. Seed Seller is quite a nice card because even if I just play it to get one grain, then it's, it's a grain in an action. Okay, wow, great cards here. Patroness, very good. Hedgemaster, very good. Village Elder, very good. Wood Deliveryman, pretty good. Animal Dealer, pretty good. Cattle Breeder, pretty good. Quite a strong pile. I think I'm going to want to take... Ooh, this is a hard one. Patroness, I think, is really good. Village Elder Patroness is going to give me different resources. Village Elder will just give me 4 wood. If I don't play Village Elder, I'm sure somebody else will. But the 4 wood action is really nice. With Patroness, though, I think Patroness, if I can trust someone else is going to play Village Elder, then I think Patroness might be a slightly better pick. Because I can play it and get a reed, get a stone with Charcoal Burner. Yeah, I think it's pretty nice. Hedgemaster as well. Hedgemaster is a good card. Patroness over Hedgemaster or Village Elder. Wish I knew what my starting miner pack would be. That would make this a lot easier. I think I take Patroness here. Looks like I'm going to get a bunch of good occupations. So Patroness is basically going to be a 7 thing. Alright, here, Grain Seller. I think Grain Seller is quite a good card. I used it in the last video that I posted. Basically, it lets me turn grain into animals. With Seed Seller, and maybe I get one more grain combo card. If I can get 2 grain fields reasonably early, then I can max out on grain and use the Grain Seller to then turn that grain into animals at the end of the game. Alright, Mailman, Wood Gatherer, Gem Hunter, Minimalist. Wood Gatherer's combos quite nicely for the Hedgemaster. I guess I didn't really think about that. You can fence 4 and get 2 of those wood back, and you get a bonus point when you fence. I think I'm I'm going to take mailmen. Wood gatherers would be okay. Wood gatherers is going to be like a 6 wood action, I think, because probably I build 2 rooms and I fence once, so it's 6 wood, which is okay. With Village Elder, I want to play lots of improvements. So if I play lots of improvements, I probably want to be family growthing a lot, because then I can family growth and play a minor improvement at the same time. So I think Wood Gather is slightly better there, because it makes it a bit easier for me to build 2 rooms, maybe even 3 rooms, and still fence well. So I'm going to be hoping for a plow, like a 3 or 4 wood plow, to activate the wood gatherers in my next pile. Yeah. Okay, businessman. Knowing that Village Elder is out there, businessman is my pick. Makes it a bit easier for me to play improvements. Okay, cattle breeder, livestock expert, animal dealer. So this pick is, they're pretty much all equal, but I'm gonna have to think about how my game is gonna go, and that'll make the decision. If I'm planning on fencing early and getting some animals, livestock expert is the pick. If I'm planning on going on taking animals a lot in the late game, then animal dealer is the pick. I think with my grain seller, cattle breeder is the pick, because I can use cattle breeder plus grain seller to get a pair of cattle at the end of round 12, and then they'll breed, and then I can eat one of them throughout the rest of the game and still get 3 points from my cattle. All right. Hmm. Apiary, threshing machine plow. Those are the 2 best cards in this pile. Threshing machine plow is actually very interesting for me with my grain seller and my seed seller. It'll make it pretty easy for me to get 3 sown grain. Apiary is a super card. It saves you sow actions. So threshing machine plow or apiary, which do I want to play? Um, I think I'm gonna take threshing machine plow. Yeah. You know what? Threshing machine plow might come back, but this, if and I could take apiary, but this pile is so weak that I don't think any of them are coming back. If there's another plow in that's gonna come to me, I'm gonna wish I had taken apiary. Maybe I should consider that. I could plow a couple times and that's not such a big deal. Or if I get like acreage, I'm gonna really wish I'd played apiary. You know what? No, I'll take threshing machine plow. Okay. There's heavy plow. Heavy plow kind of goes with my cattle breeder, except that I'm probably not going to hold cattle until late in the game. So best cards here, Forest Pasture and Sunday School. Actually, Simple Fireplace is quite nice with Businessmen because you play Simple Fireplace and then immediately upgrade it to a cooking hearth. But with Village Elder out there, I want to be increasing my improvement count all the time. So I think I want to take Forest Pasture here. I could take Sunday School, it's quite good, but I would rather take Forest Pasture and have someone else pass me Sunday School. All right. Well, I played this combo last time. Hammock plus Grain Cellar I think is quite nice because you can get the sheep very easily. Um, so yeah, actually, Boundary Stones. Boundary Stones goes really well with Threshing Machine Plow because it's a pretty easy 3 points. Because what you do is you build 4 rooms, and you build 4 or 5 rooms, and then you do a cross in the middle of your farm, and then you fence around the right side. Yeah, that's interesting. Between Boundary Stones and Hammock for me, it's very possible that Hammock comes back, so I'm going to take Boundary Stones, especially with Threshing Machine Plow. I think that's my pick. All right, here we have Winter Deadwood. It's a wood for a point, nothing spectacular. Ladder makes me not need reed, which could end up being quite nice. Not need reed as much. Shepherd's Crock, anti-combo with Threshing Machine Plow and Boundary Stone, so not taking that. Kitchen Cabinet with Businessman. I might not even play Businessman. It's not that good a card. Probably not Kitchen Cabinet. Probably not Animal Trap, just because if I don't get the well, then this is a dead card. I think I'm going to take Ladder here. And then with my Patroness, I can just use it to get me a whole bunch of stone. All right, here, bunch of pretty unspectacular cards. I think I'm going to take Glassblower's Shop. Just because with the Patroness, it'll give me a couple stone early, and then 1 clay take will get me the pottery, and then I can do the Businessman combo of Glassblower's Shop and then rebuy pottery. That's always nice if you can make that work. So here, all 3 of these are pretty unspectacular cards. I'm not going to take Rotten Plow. Town Hall I think is going to be slightly too expensive for me, and I'm probably not going to reno that early. So I think Heavy Plow is the pick here. Heavy Plow, I could theoretically maximize Boundary Stones, but I think I won't, most likely. All right. Weekly market would actually be okay if I'm planning on getting a whole bunch of grain. But it's passing, and I don't really want to play passing miners. Undisturbed pond is again like it's very situational how I play it. The only way I would play it is if I got fourth in round one. I would play 3 wood and then starting player undisturbed pond for 1 point and a miner. So I guess that wouldn't be too bad actually to do that. So I'll take undisturbed pond just in case that's what happens. But I guess undisturbed pond is pretty much as good as weekly market or kitchen table to me because those cards are not that strong. All right, so just one last look at my hand before I go put it off to the side. So I got charcoal burner with seed cellar, charcoal burner, and patroness. I'm gonna probably try to get the clay oven pretty early on. Um, and then whether or not I play businessman, we'll see. And then I'm gonna use my threshing machine plow to get some planted grain fields in the mid game, at which time I'll use grain cellar to harvest them all and then resow them to, at the end of the game, get some animal points. Then I'm going to lay out my farms to maximize boundary stones, and boundary stones encourages you to isolate, like basically it encourages you to put your fields in the center of your farm. Okay, so cool start. First action, going to be to play Patroness. And I'm going to get a stone. So if 2 clay comes all the way around, I'll be quite happy, although I imagine with sheep coming out there that 2 clay is going to disappear before it comes around to me. If I do get 2 clay, I'll be really happy, and then next round I'll play charcoal burner and then get a fireplace and activate my charcoal burner for the first time. So the joke in chat was that it's cute that both the patron and the patroness are in the same game. I agree. So I got 2 clay, which is awesome. So my ideal next round is going to be play charcoal burner and then second action build fireplace. Good start. Did I see anything that will let people steal sheep from me? Not that I can think of. Here's Piggy Bank from Lolo. Piggy Bank is nice with Village Elder in the game. Probably it's going to net him Basket Maker's Workshop or Stone Oven. I have to think that the well will be gone by that point. But if it does get him the well, it's great. So quite nice with the Village Elder out there. Sorry about that. Just having a bit of a bite to eat and muting my mic when I do so. Happy that I got to play Charcoal Burner. I took a read there just because if I get Reedstone Food once, then I'll have to read. So I don't even need to play ladder before my first growth, because the way I'm going, probably I'm not going to take wood that many times, at least in the early round. I have other stuff that I want to do. But if I can get Charcoal Burner to activate once and then take 4 wood next round, that'll be pretty much ideal. Then we had Lolo play Gem Hunter. Gem Hunter's pretty weak, but it gets you early stone, which is nice for the Village Elder. And he also played Sunday School. Sunday School is quite a good card. Getting to play 2 occupations early on is great. Oh, JML took 2 clay. That makes me very sad because that means he's going to steal the first fireplace away from me. So in order to play around that a bit, I'm going to take a grain, with the thinking being that I'll play for oven. If I can't get the first fireplace, I'll buy. You know what? Actually, no. I won't take a grain. I'll take day labor. I could fish as well, or traveling players. I think I just want to do day labor here because now if I get the charcoal burner benefit and I get a wood and a food, I'll have enough to feed, and I don't need to feed again. So no major minor till round 4, so if I do want to get that first fireplace, I can guarantee it for myself. I would have to go on starting player to do so, though, however, and I don't have any minors which I can play. Oh, I could play Boundary Stones. Yeah, I could do that. Don't normally want to play a card like Boundary Stones this early, especially when there are other major improvements to use your stone on. So Lolo is quite hungry with the piggy bank, I guess. So maybe I should have tried to starve him a little. Be interested to see what JML does here. If he's starting players, I take 4 wood, and I'm kind of okay with that. If he doesn't starting player, I'll starting player and get that fireplace. Oh, he plays an occupation. Okay. Well, I'm going to starting player. Because I would like to get that first fireplace. And with that patron play, patron Sunday School, it's very unlikely that Lolo is going to be the first to grow. So that means at worst I'm third, because I'll be able to get in after Garb and JML. So third growth is fine spot. You really just don't want to be last. Last sucks. So I'm in a bit of an odd spot here. I would like to read Stone Food, but if I don't read Stone Food, then I need to play Fireplace with my first move next round, and then I'm going to pass 6 wood to Lolo, and I'm not sure I want to do that. I guess I need to take 3 wood here. As much as I would like to read Stone Food, I think I need to do 3 wood. Oh, so I wait for the 2 occupations to come out. Grocer and Grocer's great, and wood distributor. So interestingly, plays wood distributor. So probably he would not have decided to distribute if I had left 6 there, and then he would have taken it himself. So, but that's okay. I get the first fireplace, which I'm happy with, and I get a wood and a food. And then with either my second action here or my second action next round, I will take 4 or 5 sheep. And be quite happy with that because I'll be in a very good spot in terms of feeding. All right, well, I'm not going to be baking anymore. Not with that bargaining baker play. Um, the bargaining baker is definitely going to get clay oven. So what do I do here? I could take 2 reed and a wood, and then I would have enough resources to build a room. And I'm also starting player, so I could theoretically build a room with my first action next round. I could take the sheep so that they don't get stolen. I think I can risk the sheep getting stolen and take 2 reed and a food and a wood here, because now I have all the resources I need to build a room. And feed 4. So just as long as I get that 5 sheep next round with my second action, I'm very happy with my start. Oh, cool play here by Garb. Very cool. So he takes starting player away from me, so he didn't have to build here. And so that I can't beat him to build next round. Good job. And also, it's also great because the iron oven can bake a grain into 6. So whenever he plays clay oven and when he plays um, stone oven, he can bake the grain that he gets into 6. Consolation for me is that I do get a wood and a food because that thing definitely has a baking improvement symbol. So let's see, what did we get in round 5? No family growth. So JML's probably happy about that. So what am I going to do? First move, take 6 clay if it's available. Otherwise, I'll take my sheep just to be safe. Could take 4 wood to set up to build 2 rooms at once. Oh no, I need to take sheep. Okay. He just built 2 stables. 100% I need to take sheep. So I cook 4 of them to get 8 food. So a couple things to note. We went through stage, unless Lolo plays it here, Village Elder has been remain unplayed. Um, so that's always interesting to note when cards like that you assume are going to come out don't. Uh, what do I do here? I do 4 wood or play an occupation, and I think I do 4 wood. Especially with the wood distributor out there, I think 4 wood's the best play. Wood distributor can make it very difficult for you to get big piles of wood. So anytime you can do so, you want to. Although the charcoal burner is going to provide me with plenty of wood. Pretty happy with this start already. 3 wood and 3 food before the end of round 5. So JML gambled correctly, which he's happy about. Uh, I guess actually he didn't need to take starting player, but if I had, then I would be family growthing ahead of him, and then Lolo probably would be family growthing ahead of JML. So he's pretty happy with that, I think. Mm, I starting player. Oh, JML doesn't have the resources to build a room. Nice. Okay, I get to grow next round. Cool. So I think that was probably a bit of an error on JML's part. So I build a room. Gotta let me grow next round. So JML just a little annoyed about the wood distributor. Lolo was kind of flip-flopping, and of course the rest of us don't see him distributing, then undoing it, then redoing it. Sometimes people do watch the tracker. I don't normally, unless I'm really counting on getting a specific move that I think someone else might take. So I'm going to grow with my first move next round, which means I want to set up one of my occupations to play, or one of my improvements to play. Probably I want to play forest pasture or threshing machine plow, one of those two. So in order to play forest pasture, I need to do an occupation. In order to play threshing machine plow, I need a wood, which I already have. So either of those two would be fine. I could play you know what? I'm going to take 2 wood, 2 reed here just because that's the best action by far. 2 wood, 2 reed is awesome. Gives you most of the resources you need to play a wooden room. and my occupation can come later. No rush. So I'll play a threshing machine plow when I do my minor improvement. So I was saying that the piggy bank probably wouldn't get the well, but it looks like he will, with Stone coming out in round 7 and most of the Reedstone food actions going into Garb's iron oven. The well is definitely safe. Oh, and I get a wood and a food from Cooking Hearth. So here I am obligated to family growth. That's fine because I got second family growth without having to starting player at all. I'm really very happy about that. So JML is probably wondering if he needs the starting player here, because if he doesn't, I could starting player and build a room and get another growth before he does. But if he doesn't starting player, and I don't starting player, then he can still build before me. And cool, he's starting players. So I'm very happy about that. Because he has to build room first action, so I'll get the best move available, which looks like it's going to be 6 clay. So here, I'm going to play an occupation. I'll play seed seller, and I'll get a stone and a grain. Nice plays from Garb. Two quite solid cards, and then I feed 5. So probably rather than contest with JML for growing, I want to plow, take grain, Probably I want to plow, then take grain, and then sow. And I'll have 3 grain fields, which will be quite nice. So here, 2 reed, 2 grain is available. 2 reed, 2 wood is available. 4 wood's available. I think I'm going to take 6 clay, though, just because 6 clay is quite nice, and I'll have taking the pottery in mind, or else taking the well. Although I imagine the well will get. Oh, it might not actually, because the piggy bank doesn't activate till the end of the round. Yeah, so I could take 2 stone and then reno well, or else I could take reedstone food and reno pottery. I guess I don't really want to reno though, because then I can't build another wood room. I can build a clay room though. I don't mind doing that. Take 3 clay, 2 wood next round. Yeah, that would be okay. We'll see how this round goes. Nice thing about visiting quarrymen is if you can use him properly, he gains you 2 actions really early in the game, and having just 1 or 2 extra actions early on can be huge. So I quite like how he's using visiting quarrymen here. I sometimes will even play him in stage 1 to get like a 4 clay take in stage 1. So then you can threaten with the cooking hearth, get the cooking hearth much easier, or else you have clay to play clay minor improvements. Huntsman's Rifle from JML. Looking at probably taking 2 boar next round in order to feed. Oh, he's got. Oh, so Lolo did buy the well. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Piggy to the well. Okay. So Lolo got the well. So here I am going to take 4 wood because 4 wood is awesome. And there's no rush for me to reno now. So probably I want to take reedstone food or 2 stone, and then reno to clay next round after building a room. I also want to plow 3 fields. I also want to take grain and get those fields sown. Yeah, I have a bunch of stuff I want to do. Just like everyone else. So it looks like my first action next round is going to be to build a room in order to guarantee family growth in round 10, which I am happy with because that's cool. Getting growth is awesome. Means that I probably won't get my fields sown and sowed before this harvest, but I think I'm okay with that. I could go for the stone oven. So if I take 2 stone here, then I have stone oven or pottery available to me. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Because then it puts Garb under a little bit more pressure to build the stone oven really quickly if he wants it. Which he can easily do so. He can easily read stone food and then build stone oven with these last 2 moves. Oh, I have Glassblower's shop, so pottery is almost definitely the play for me. Especially if I can rebuy it. And there's Hill Cultivator. Yeah, with Bargaining Baker, Hill Cultivator is a pretty easy pick. You get the clay, which you can use to buy the clay oven and buy the cooking hearse and stuff. Although with Bargaining Baker, you don't really want to go on the take one grain action space that many times. So maybe I'm not that crazy about that move. Not sure. Anyways, definitely going to build a room with this first action. Looks like Garb's plan is to take vegetable and then sow. JML's out of moves, so that means I really only have to worry about Lolo. Do I Reno pottery here? Or I could take grain and then Reno stone oven. I guess I don't need to take grain before Reno stone oven because then I would have 2 left over to sow when I go on grain the next time. I could take 4 wood. I am going to need a lot of wood this game. I think there are basically 2 avenues I can take. I can take grain and then play the Reno stone oven, or I can take 4 wood and plan on getting pottery. I guess stone oven will be available in the next round, so there's no reason for me to do it absolutely right now. And 4 wood is 4 wood. The wood distributor normally does not let you get 4 wood. Okay, I'll do that. I can always stone oven with this last move, I guess. That's always a possibility. And my growth is secure for the next round, so... probably need to plow with my first action next round. Oh, that was that. This might have been Reno apiary. No, it was starting player apiary. Oh, cool. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so I'll get stone oven. And I bake 1 grain. And I get a wood and a food. And feed 6. Oh, and Sunday school is mine. So I could family grow Sunday school instead of family growth forest pasture. If I did, actually Sunday school is really nice because I can play cattle breeder and gate grain seller in the same move. Probably though, I'm going to use that for round 13. Or round 11. Yeah, I'll definitely starting player round 11, play Sunday school, so that round 13 I get grain seller plus cattle breeder, and then I can have 2 cattle and have them breed, which is nice. Yeah. So plan is next round forest pasture, and then after that starting player Sunday school. Oh, he has board food. So yeah, never mind. That works. So should have 0 food after putting a food on piggy bank and buying the. He's got that sheep on a stable, so we can hold both. Oh, plow got taken first move. Yeah, I definitely need to start getting on that plow space. Um, I could take 3 sheep here. It's 6 food, and 6 food is good. No one else. Actually, JML has a way to eat animals, so he might take that. Um, mm, I guess what I'll do here is could take wood one more time, and if I take wood one more time, then I'll have enough resources to fence. Actually, I could fence now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I could fence 6 right now and then start holding animals right away. I doubt that 3 sheep will come back around though. And I do need to eat. Oh, will it come back around? Okay, so if the sheep does come back around, then this would be a huge blunder. Fencing would be a huge blunder. Or not fencing would be a huge blunder. I'm confusing myself. I'll just get the sheep. It makes my feeding nice and simple so I don't have to worry about it. Oh, whoops. Why am I fencing? I can't fence. Can't do 2 things at once. I do need to get that plow done. Threshing machine plow. I need 3 plows actions. 1 on plow, 1 field, and the other 2 can be plow sow. So Garb looks like he's setting up for. Oh no, never mind. Lolo just went on Reedstone food. Okay, probably just an action to take some food because needs food every round. You can't just wait till the harvest to get food with piggy bank. You have to have either a big food source coming in at once, like taking a bunch of animals, or you need to constantly be taking food, which I think is a bit of a weakness to that play. Especially with the grocer too. The grocer also increases your food demands a lot, and he didn't get an oven. If he had got clay oven, I'd say he's in quite a good spot. But he doesn't have clay oven. He doesn't have a hearth yet, so I don't know. Hi to Twitch chat, by the way. Hope you guys are having a good evening. It's just about midnight here, so I'll just be playing this one and then heading to bed. Oh, there's fence. Yeah, so I would have liked to have fence there because then I could hold 2 boar next round, but I guess I can hold 2 boar with my forest pasture, so that's okay. I guess I won't get to hold 2 boar because I'm going to starting player first move, and the boar will definitely be gone by my second action. That's okay. I can do one more fence action or one more take wood action and then fence in the last round. So yeah, I could try to play for pottery, but I think it's gone. I think that dream is a little dead. So I'll just take 2 grain here. Do want to take a vegetable at some point, and of course 1 more wood grab. If I can get 4, I guess 2 wood is probably enough because the next fireplace or cooking hearth that's purchased gives me 15. Oh well. If I get extra wood, maybe I'll play joinery. If I get 17 wood, I could take stone for it for a little 2-point play at the end. So yeah, the way I'm going to set up my boundary fields is that I'm going to do a cross in the middle. And that'll be my 5 fields for my maximum field points. And then I'm going to fence around this right-hand side. And then theoretically, this could be another room, but it's I'm not going to probably have time to build another room. I don't think it'll be worth it. More likely, it'll maybe build a stable or just be left fallow. Probably just be left fallow. So I'm going to do, if I do 4 here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 11. So 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then 12, 13, 14, 15. So yeah, 15 is enough to get 4 pastures on this right side, fitting around the cross. So here I family growth and I play forest pasture. So plow sow would be good for me, and family growth would be good for me. Either of the 2 would be good actually to come out in that next round. Just so long as I get a fencing action before the end of round 12, I'm happy. If I fence with 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then I could do 4 more or 3 more. Yeah. Okay. It's not the best in terms of maximizing the space that you can hold animals with, but if I build maybe 1 or 2 stables, then that'll fix that. And I'm not gonna have maximal animals anyway. I guess with grain cellar I theoretically could. Yeah, if I'm gonna play grain cellar, I really want. If I'm gonna play grain cellar, I really want to get plow and then sow. Will I get sow if I plow with my first move this next round? Maybe that's more important to me than starting player. Is getting plow 3. I guess getting plow 3 is really important for me, so I should do that. Yeah, okay. I've convinced myself. If I could get plow 3 and then starting player and plow sow came out here, that would be the dream. because then I would have 2, 4, 10 grain that I would harvest with my grain seller. That would be hashtag the dream. Although I guess JML is going to collect his vegetable importer, so he's probably going to want to sow here. So if he sows, I take 2 grain, and then hopefully I sow next round. So that's cool as well. Fence Overseer, nice card. I guess those are his Sunday school occupations. There is 2 boar as well, and 2 boar with forest pasture is going to be 3 points for me. Oh, Garb is going to first action starting player. Okay, so that's those plans out the window. So I will either plow 3 or take 2 boar, and I think I'm going to plow 3. I think those are more important to me. And then I can always take 2 grain and then sow before the end of this round, or else sow in round 12. Either of those 2 will work. So we'll see what JML does here. He might use his huntsman rifle if he's thinking about feeding, because he does need, yeah, there we go. There's the 2 boar gone because he needs to buy the lady in waiting. So I'm going to use my threshing machine plow and be happy. There's Driftwood. Driftwood, a 3 occupation miner that gives you 3 wood and a point. Great, 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 great card. So here I could take vegetable and then sow as well. I do want to get vegetables going. I do want to play my Sunday school too. When am I gonna play my Sunday school? I guess I just do it on family growth, or not on family growth, on major minor. Probably I should have just played it last round on family growth. That might have been a bit smarter play. Hard to say. I am pretty happy with how this game is going. So if JML chooses not to sow this round, I want to leave my last 2 actions available to do take grain or take vegetable and then sow. So I want to do other stuff with this move. Oh, he takes a grain. I guess that means he's going to sow with his next move. So I should sow here. Yeah. Normally I would want to bake as well, but I can't. Yeah, I think getting those 2 grains sowed is going to be pretty important for me. So then my last 2 moves probably take 3 wood and then fence. If I could get 3 stone at some point, I'll want 3 stone, because then I could read stone food. Ooh, I forgot. I'm going to get 2 goods with my patroness. So they could give me a reed and a stone, and then all I need to do is take 3 stone once, and then I'll have the resources to renovate to a stone house. That'll be handy. But yeah, definitely next 2 moves, take 3 wood and then fence. Ooh, I need to play Sunday school. Oh, so I can't fence with this last action. I need to major minor Sunday school. Forgot about that. I think it's worth it. I think it's worth passing on fence till next action. My first move won't be anything I'm super crazy about anyways. Especially if Lolo leaves himself with 0 wood, yeah, definitely going to fence next round because it's going to be, I can probably leave it pretty late. So yeah, I'm going to play Sunday School. And I feed 8. So goal for this next round: sow bake. I might even first action sow bake to bake 1 grain, and then I'll harvest all my grain. I also want to think about taking plow, and I want to think about starting player because plow sow will be quite good for me next round. Oh, there's plow. So 3 stone is available, but I think this sow bake action is going to be pretty important to me. So I'll sow bake here, and then maybe fence with my next move. Well, actually, I'll take 3 stone if it's available. I want to take vegetable at some point. Oh, I have 1 fewer action. I can't forget that. Yeah, so if 3 stone's available, definitely I take 3 stone because that'll let me renovate to stone house, and I'll have 4 stone rooms, which nobody else will have, which gives me a nice little advantage. And that plus I'm gonna get 3 points from my boundary stone, or at least 2, which I'll be happy about. Well, there's Garb going on starting player and playing an occupation that, or an improvement that activates my charcoal burner. So I'm not crazy about being third. I would like JML to be doing the starting player, but third's not bad. I'll get 2 cattle, or I'll get plow, or I'll get family growth. Any of those are going to be quite good for me. Might get sow bake if I choose to prioritize sow bake highly. Probably won't because I imagine Garb will family growth and then JML will plow sow, so then sow bake is going to be left available. So this last action has to be fence. I don't think anyone else will fence. Garb is 1 wood short of wanting to fence, which he's going to get a wood next round. Yeah, he's going to get 2 wood next round, so he definitely does not need to fence here. JML, if he's going to fence, is going to fence with his stable. Lolo probably won't fence because he needs to cover more area, I would think. We'll see. Could also play joinery instead of renovating to stone, but I think Renovating to stone is going to be just too good for me. No reason not to. Still have a bunch of actions left. So the feeding, I should be fine. I have 5 food and 7 if I eat my sheep. Nice thing about grain cellar plus seed cellar, or grain cellar plus, well, the nice thing about grain cellar is that I can turn a grain into a sheep and then eat that sheep. So basically, I can turn raw grain into 2 sheep, or into a sheep, which is 2 food, which is awesome because that's the baking rate you get with the fireplace. So there's my 15 fences. So whether or not I get those last 2, oh, I could play heavy plow and then starting player heavy plow with my first move next round, and then plow sow round 14. I should definitely think about that. So in order to do that, I would need 1 more wood than I have. I could fence 1 less. Yeah, actually I'll do that. Because I'll starting player heavy plow, and then, yeah, okay, cool. I like the sound of that. But I will change the orientation. Cool. And then plow sow in round 14 is going to be 2, 4, 6, and then all the sowing points. Yeah. I like that. Starting player heavy plow. Well, okay, I guess I don't need a starting player heavy plow. I could just plow. But the thing is, then I might get one and not the other. Heavy plow is going to guarantee that I get both. So, anyways, I play grain cellar, which harvests all my grain fields. And then I play cattle breeder, which gives me a cattle. And then I turn 3 grain into a cattle, which breed. And then I get plus reed plus stone. So that's quite nice combo. So JML, I imagine, will plow family growth here. Maybe sow bake, but probably not. Almost definitely plow sow. Oh, it takes 2 cattle. Okay, that's fine. So I will starting player heavy plow. So if sow bake comes back around, I will definitely do that. Bake 1 grain. Otherwise, I will family growth, or I will. I guess I have a couple options. I could reno cooking hearth to get an extra food to eat that cattle. Yeah, I think that's probably how I'm gonna feed. Is I'm gonna eat that 3rd cattle, which will be bred back. So I would have liked so bake, but it's gone, so that's fine. I'll take vegetable here, and I will plan on Renault cooking hearth, and maybe taking a sheep or taking a boar. So one downside to that play is that I've now opened the door to Garb to Renault next round, but I think it doesn't matter. I think I'm probably far enough ahead that I'm okay. So I could take boar here, but probably I'm going to leave that 2 boar in case it comes around as my second action, because 2 boar would be pretty good, family growth would be pretty good. Mm. So yeah, what I'm thinking is that I take a grain here, or take 2 grain, and then I can get a sheep before this harvest so that I start breeding sheep around earlier than I was planning. I could take 3 stone as well to set up buying joinery next round. Or I could take 4 wood in order to fence for 3. So I have a couple options. Garb would sow. He would probably sow bake. Or family growth. Yeah, 2 boar aren't going to be that amazing for him. So I think it's okay to leave it for him. So I take a grain and a sheep. And then feed 4 plus a. I think I took my second. I took wood and a food from cooking hearth and a wood and a food from fireplace. Yeah. Okay, so I've got that right. So I should have 3 food left over after the harvest. I have 3 cattle and 2 sheep, or 3 sheep. What are those 2 cattle doing on the board? Anyways, I plow sow. Right, heavy plow goes on plow sow. Yep. So. So I get 3 points on my boundary stone. Oh, the second cattle is from from his animal dealer. I forgot about that. Animal handler. So considering the fact that I'm going to be able to turn, I'm going to be able to pick up 3 points from boar, just from converting. Well, I can convert 1, but probably I'll end up converting 2. So I'll get at least 2 points from boar, and then I shouldn't have to eat any points, and I'll gain a point from my cattle. Probably I'll eat 2 sheep, maybe eat 3 sheep, and get another sheep with the grain. I'm gonna have, how much grain do I have on my farm right now? 3, 6, 9, 12, 13. 13, I only need 8, so I'm 5 over, and I'm gonna have 5 available to me at the end, so I can use all of the grain that I harvest. So 3 of those will, boar only cost me 2. Yeah, so I'll get 2 pairs of boar and a sheep. Okay, that's handy. Get a pair of boar and a sheep, yeah. So if I get 2 boar or not, I don't really care. Probably those grain will be more efficient as sheep if I do get 2 boar. And with my forest pasture, I have lots of room. So what do I do here? I could block fence. I could block stable. I could. What cards do I have remaining? Glass blower shop, wood gatherers, businessman. Nothing I'm interested in playing. Could take 8 clay just for spite. Spite's not that good of a motivation to play something. Take a vegetable. Vegetable would be a point for me. The stone probably going to be dead because I imagine that major minor will not come back to me. Yeah, so I might end up having a couple dead actions here. I could fence. Fence is worth 1 point. I could build a stable. Building a stable will annoy JML. Sorry, JML, but it's 1 point for me. Oh, nice hide farmer. Oh, maybe Lolo's in it then. Probably still not. Even with an 8-point hide farmer. Or a 6-point, yeah, 8-point hide farmer. I think it's not going to be enough. And I think Garb is just too far behind. He's not going to be able to make up the distance between us. Although Iron Oven is worth Iron Oven and Driftwood, he's got 3 bonus points showing. Okay, he's not going to breed any animals. So he's at 42 right now. I did pull up the score screen. I'm sitting at 40 plus 3 is 49, but I am going to get a huge boost when I play that boar. So cattle is worth a point to him. Vegetable is also worth a point to him, but it's also worth a point to me. So I'll take a vegetable. I guess I probably much safer play than one stable would have been to block so bake. That probably would have been a much better play. Because I could have baked to 1 grain. I think it won't matter unless he plays like Braggart or Lord of the Manor. If he plays Lord of the Manor, then I'll be pissed, but probably Bargaining Baker was his first pick. And I think I saw Visiting Quarryman. So maybe, not sure what his second pick would have been. I hope it's not Lord of the Manor. If it is, I'll be a little annoyed with myself. Because that'll be nice. I guess it's only 3 points. Stables, fields, grain. Well, we'll see. We shall see. I maybe should have played more aggressive on that end game, defending my my lead. Because I haven't really done that. I've kind of let Garb just do whatever. Here, looks like I'm out of points. So I can take 2 grain, which is worth 2 sheep. Yeah. Take 2 grain, which are 2 sheep. And I harvest. And in the harvest, I convert another sheep. And then 2 boar. And then I need to feed, and so in order to feed, I feed 3 food and 3 sheep. So then I'm going to get 1 back, my cattle breed, and my boar breed. So that should be enough for me to win. Yeah, if Garb's playing Drinking Trough, I think I've got this. So I score 46 plus 3, 49. Probably should have played that safer and blocked Garb's actions a little more aggressively, but I think it looks like it won't have mattered. So key moments in this game, getting second family growth was really good. Charcoal burner is amazing. Ton of wood, ton of food. Yeah, charcoal burner is awesome. Being the only person with 4 rooms in Stone House is good. Pretty happy with how I played that threshing machine plow. Yeah, so I did beat guard by 3 points. So I'll just wait to see what Lolo's score is. So I score 49, Lolo, and then 46, 38. I guess it's possible that Lolo actually won. I think it's pretty unlikely though. 33 is 33. He gets 6 bonus from his hide farmer. He gets 1 bonus or 2 bonus, 2 or 3 bonus from his hedgemaster, and he has joinery apparently. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he's in it. Too many negative points. Looks like he ended up eating his cattle. So yeah, not in it. $49, $35, $46. Yeah, so I think Garb played a very nice game. He would have won the Village Elder bonus had it been played. Which would have tied him with me. He had max points on pottery. He, not sure what his second. Maybe I'll take a quick look at the draft. That's always interesting to do. Take a look at what people picked. Grain Seller Cattle Breeder. That play for me was huge. That was really good. And then, yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with how the heavy plow. I might not have gotten the second. So okay, so the thing is, playing heavy plow took away a wood from me, and then it gained me 3 points because an extra field. Actually, a field was worth more than 3 points because I also was able to sow an extra good. So probably, it was worth like 4 points. So that's about as good as just plowing would have been, and hoping that I got plow sow. Yeah, that plow sow was too huge for me to pass up. All right, let's take a take a look at their drafts. Quick gander. All right, unplayed cards. The miners in this game were pretty weak. Like Forest Pasture and Boundary Stones, I rate ahead of Threshing Machine Plow. Although it ended up being pretty like Boundary Stone plus Threshing Machine Plow is a great combo. Like Apiary is good, Driftwood's good, Iron Oven. I don't know. It does cost a lot of stone and leaves the well available. Yeah, overall, I think the quality of miners was not the top. So who had Village Elder? JML took it with his 6th action. I think that's a great card. And he didn't play Inventory Manager. Interesting. Because JML, I guess he was last in stage 1. In round 1 and third round 2, which is bad luck for him because probably a really good first 2 moves would have been Inventory Manager, starting player getting a wood, and then Village Elder would have given him his 5 wood. Yeah. Oh well, GG. What else didn't get played? Miser didn't get played. Visiting Quarryman was Garb's first pick, so I didn't see that. He picked it ahead of Inventory Manager, and what did I get third from that pile? Patroness, okay. Yeah, I definitely would have taken Patroness ahead of Visiting Quarryman. What did he get back? Wood Deliveryman? Hedgemaster, I don't know. Yeah, I think that might have been a bit of a misplay, because Patroness is awesome. Even I only got, I only got 5 resources out of it, still totally worth it. Being able to do stuff like play 2 occupations at once and getting a reed and a stone, that was awesome. I really like combos like that. Could take a quick look at David, how my draft ranks on this page, although it's a little difficult because he doesn't have stats for G4 and G5, so it's not the most useful, but I can take a quick look. So I see Charcoal Burner, 5.1 power, obvious pick. Seed Seller. So Seed Seller was the best in terms of power compared to the other existing cards, but how does it rank against Hill Cultivator and Vegetable Importer? Oh, I can take a quick look at that. Stats for G4, G5. So let's see. Importer. Vegetable Importer has a power of 3.5, probably ranging from 2.7 to 4.3. That's awesome. Only wins about 30% of the time, but its play rate is very high, which is why its power is quite good. Yeah, so maybe Vegetable Importer would have been better than Seed Seller there. And next card to consider is Hill Cultivator. Where does Hill Cultivator rate? Oh, Hill Cultivator is going to be in G5. G5 stats. Previous page. Hill Cultivator, power of 1.3. So Hill Cultivator is quite weak. All right, looking at this next pile, I took Patroness. I think Patroness is fantastic. Latest G4 stats. Patroness, power 5.1. Yeah, fantastic card. Probably it's not that good in reality. Maybe it is. Would I take it ahead of Charcoal Burner? Probably not. And Charcoal Burner is also power 5.1. But it is still quite a good card. How does it rank? Village Elder 4.7, Hedgemaster 4.5. So those were the next 2 best cards. And then I took Grain Seller. Where does Grain Seller rank? Oh, there it is. 3.4. Yeah, Grain Seller I think is definitely better than the other 2 cards. And Grain Seller, I guess, me taking Seed Seller over Vegetable Importer was good because I got Grain Seller, and Grain Seller obviously comboed very nicely. And then Wood Gatherers, this pile was pretty crappy. I guess Mailman is slightly better. And then I took Businessman because I knew Village Elder was out there. Brushwood Collector's power is a little higher, but with Patroness, I don't mind getting Reed. Reed is not so bad for me. And then Cattle Breeder with my last pick. Cattle Breeder was great. And here, Threshing Machine Plow against Apiary. I guess that's the question. Where is B is what it's called. 3.1, yeah, so I guess Threshing Machine Plow is a bit better. Forest Pasture, power 4.1, I think that's a pretty easy pick there. Boundary Stones, power of 3. Undisturbed Ponds power is quite nice, but with Threshing Machine Plow, Boundary Stones was the obvious pick. Ladder, interestingly, behind Shepherd's Crock and Winter Deadwood, and potentially against the other two. Yeah, maybe ladder was a mistake. I didn't play it. I don't usually play ladder actually when I take it. I don't know. I'm not that crazy about it. I like going on Reedstone Foods, so if you go on Reedstone Food, you don't need ladder. Glass blower shot. This pile was pretty bad. Not too much to think about. Heavy plow. Heavy plow, I think, was the right call there. Windmill just sucks. Town hall. I already talked about all that in the beginning. And then I did take undisturbed pawn with my last move, which I think was okay. Anyways, thanks very much for watching to everyone that did watch. Good game.